Imagine walking through London when the air suddenly turns into a thick, yellow tomb. Visibility didn't just drop, it vanished. People stumbled through the streets, choking, lost, even tripping over corpses they couldn't see. This wasn't a horror movie. It was December 1952, when London became a gas chamber and breathing itself became a death sentence. This was the Great Smog. It began quietly, almost invisibly. A rare and deadly weather phenomenon formed over London, an anticyclone trapping cold air at the surface, while a layer of warm air sealed it from above, like a lid on a boiling pot. Normally, pollution would rise and disperse into the sky, but now it had nowhere to go. Homes, factories, power stations, all feeding thick black smoke into the freezing air. But this wasn't just ordinary smoke. The coal was cheap, low quality, packed with sulfur. When burned, it released sulfur dioxide, a toxic gas. Temperatures dropped to record lows, forcing people to burn even more coal, pumping even more poison into the trapped air. And then, the chemistry began. Sulfur dioxide mixed with moisture in the fog. What formed wasn't just fog, it was a toxic chemical cloud. Within hours, London disappeared. A thick, yellow-black fog rolled through the streets, known as a pea souper. But this one was different. It wasn't just dense, it was alive with poison. Visibility dropped to a few meters, then to inches, then to nothing. The sun vanished. Streetlights became useless. It was everywhere. London had become a tomb. The city collapsed almost instantly. Public transport shut down. Buses stopped. Even ambulances couldn't navigate the streets. People tried to walk home, but many never made it. Familiar streets became deadly mazes. Witnesses described people wandering blindly, coughing violently, collapsing where they stood. In theaters, performances were canceled because the smog filled the buildings. Actors couldn't see the audience. The audience couldn't see the stage. And outside, no engines, no crowds, just one sound. Millions of people gasping for air. Then, the deaths began. At first, no one noticed, but hospitals quickly filled beyond capacity. Patients arrived with severe breathing problems, their skin turning blue from lack of oxygen. Doctors were overwhelmed. There were no treatments, no understanding of what was happening, because inside their lungs, a chemical reaction was taking place. The sulfur dioxide had transformed into sulfuric acid. It burned the lungs from the inside, slowly, painfully, suffocating its victims. Thousands died in their homes, in their sleep. Undertakers ran out of coffins. Bodies piled up faster than they could be buried. By the time the smog lifted, over 4,000 people were dead. And in the following weeks, the number rose to over 12,000. But the most shocking part wasn't the deaths. It was the response. The government initially dismissed the disaster, calling it a natural weather event. No warnings were issued, but the public knew better. Families demanded answers. Newspapers exposed the truth. This wasn't just fog. This was man-made death, a direct result of unregulated pollution and ignored warnings. A full investigation was launched, and in 1956, a historic law was passed. It changed everything, regulating emissions, controlling coal use, and redefining the relationship between industry and human life. But this story isn't over, because what happened in London is still happening today. In massive cities across the world, similar conditions are forming. Pollution trapped by atmospheric layers, creating deadly smog events. Today, we have technology, air quality sensors, satellite monitoring, AI-driven forecasting systems, all of it built on lessons learned from 1952. But even now, millions breathe toxic air every day. And the question remains, Have we truly learned from the past? In December 1952, London didn't fall to war or disaster. It fell to the air itself, a silent killer hiding in every breath. And for 5 days, the city disappeared into a yellow tomb.